Hello to my Aries. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. Let's get into it, Aries. Let's go. Let's see what's in your cards. All right. Let's see. Let's see what's in your cards. Let's see what's in your cards. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. All right. All right. Let's go. Okay. Here we have the Hangman. Here we have the Five of Wands. Here we have the Strength card. Oh. Here we have the Wheel of Fortune. Here we have the Moon card. Here we have the Seven of Wands. All right, Hangman, right? Okay. Someone is trying to move on from the past. There were some people from the past. Okay. Some energies. Some energies from your past who were trying to keep you in the dark about something. I'm going to get to that in a second. Okay, some energies from your past that were trying to keep you in the dark about something, but trying to create a David and Goliath situation for you, like trying to put you in a situation. Here we have the Seven of Wands here. I see you being able to defend your decision to move on from some things without coming across as defensive. So, and you're going to feel very lucky, right? Basically trying to sacrifice you. And it's three energies. Three energies. Three energies. Yeah, three energies. I'm going to get to that in just a second. Three energies from your past. I'll get to that in just a second. So I would say get some rest. It really speaks to energies who like to keep people in the dark about things. Energies who I mentioned to you all, excuse me, and this could get real tricky. I mentioned to you all this in a reading the other day. A lot of times when I do readings, really just take only what resonates with you. Because it's tricky when you talk about, because I'm seeing the Wheel of Fortune. It gets real tricky when you talk about money, because you can assume that everybody, when it comes to money, you could literally assume that everybody is out for something when it comes to money. But because this is the I believe sign, right? But there's a difference when people intentionally put you in a wilderness situation, like they're familiar with like you being somewhere by yourself. Like let's say you relocated. They believe you somewhere by yourself. That's a difference, right? Where nobody can get to you fast enough. That's the situation, right? That's what I'm talking about. This is gonna really set it apart for everybody. So think of it this way. So that will put you in a David and Goliath situation, right? So that's what's going to be your lightning strike moment. Okay, that's going to be your number 7, right? So you don't even have to ask why. I just solved the problem solved a puzzle for somebody. Okay, first of all, You started dreaming bigger. Okay, Aries, let me solve the problem for you. You started dreaming bigger, right? So let's say, for instance, you moved. You don't even have you don't even. This is not even about you coming into a whole lot of money. People can assume it, right? I don't know where everybody lives. This is a general reading. Take only what resonates with you. But let's assume people assume, because you all have a lot of you all are a highly creative sign. You are that spring forward kind of sign, like, a lot of creative ideas, right? But let's assume. Let's say people assume you have a lot of money. Let's just say people assume, okay? It's gonna help somebody. They could think you have, because people put too much emphasis on gold digging energy because it's not gender specific, right? But this is specific. Like, this is, people think that you're, well, what's the name of that movie? It's gonna come to me. But people think that you are by yourself, like literally by yourself, like there's nobody around you. You don't have friends, you don't have a church family, you don't have anything. Like, these are people who think they're familiar with you. You don't have anybody. You are literally by yourself, and I'm not even exaggerating. So I need y'all to really pay attention, Aries. Right? Here we have El Bobo. Right, El Bobo. So let's see what else we have going on. So source is saying part of it is because somebody left behind a circus, right? So you see this lion head right here. So somebody left behind a lot of energies who told a lot of lies on you, right? A lot of wolves in sheep's clothing, a lot of energies that would have had no issues sacrificing you, like tossing you to the wolves, right? There are no issues whatsoever because they feel like, okay, this person, they was just like would have been hit the jackpot. Like, this, see all this money flying around here, like Wheel of Fortune, right? It's like this energy, this is, they just toss you to the wolves, right? This person, you could tell they look like money, right? So source is saying to you, and that's the reason why. That's the reason why. So let's see, right? Here we have the Princess of Swords here. So yeah. Here we have the King of Swords here. The source really wants you to use your wisdom. Really, really use your wisdom, right? Right? Here we have the Ten of Cups. And that's the part people don't see. People don't see your sacred group of energies. And you should never let them see that. Never. Never, ever, ever let them know who these people right here are. Never. Yeah. So, there is, someone is leaving behind someone, and I'm talking to you, someone is leaving behind a circus, right? Someone is leaving behind a circus. They're going to feel changed, liberated, and free, and someone is going to assume the same thing about them, right? So you all are going to be having a very sacred discussion, and that's what the discussion is going to be. But just like you, and they leaving behind something that felt like a David and Goliath situation for them, that is going to be the discussion. That is going to be lightning bolt discussion. Just like people assume that you are all alone. You are all alone. All by your lonesome. And there is a lion that's sitting there licking his lips. Lickety lick. Saliva falling from his canines. Watching. Oh, here we have the Six of Cups here, right? So yeah, so somebody's gonna be moving on in childlike faith, right? So just kind of sort of, looking up to you for guidance, really looking up to you for guidance. And so that will be the conversation, after leaving some things behind. Like leaving some things behind permanently, just really looking up to you, for some guidance. And you will have guidance for them. Very clear guidance, for them, offering some help. They do need help because people will sacrifice people in a heartbeat. Yeah. So you are determined to help somebody to, move on from, people who see them as competition, people who think that, things just come too easy for them, like people who just want to put them in a wilderness situation and see how they come out. Like, they want to see them struggle. They want to see, okay, let's see them, like really, really struggle, through some stuff, which is just crazy. So here we have the Knight of Swords here, So you're going to help somebody to stay focused. You're going to really help somebody to stay focused. You're going to help somebody to stay focused and help them move on. You're going to help them move on. Help them to move on. Help them to move on. Help them move on. So I'm talking to you wherever Aries is in your birth chart, not just your sun sign, just so we're crystal clear. Not just your sun sign, right? So you're helping people to, move on from recognizing that, they could have dated somebody who was using them as a pawn, who was determined to use them as a pawn, right? Who was determined to put them in a David and Goliath situation. People were trying to rebuild and trying to put things together. Here we have the Six of Cups. So I feel like you and somebody are going to be kind of trying to work together. Like you and somebody are going to work together to try to help them to kind of just kind of really help them, help to nurture them. I'll really nurture them. Yeah. I see you being a little bit more conservative with your time. Conservative with your time. And just learning how to just kind of sort of, when you're at a fork in the road, just learning how to just take the high road, right? As it relates to, talking about certain people. Right? As it relates to talking about certain people, I feel like you just, operating in just like, exhibiting some strength. Just leaving all of the, any dark conversations in the past. Closing out cycles in love. Closing out cycles in love. All right. Let's see what else we got going on here. See what else we got. going on here. Yeah, because I looking at the cards here, I get the impression looking at the cards here that somebody was. Whenever you see the Knight of Swords, somebody gets the impression that people run away when things get tough. That's not the energy I get here at all. But when I look at the cards here, and I feel like somebody was being used as a pawn, like to just argue. That is not how people handle situations. It's just a constant arguing. Yeah, so I'm seeing here in the cards. So yeah. There's a lot of different perspectives. There's a lot of belief systems in this reading here. A lot of different belief systems, and it's a lot of comparisons in this cards. Like I said, a lot of different belief systems and how people handle things in the cards here. But there's also the energies here, because we have these two Six of Cups here, right? So this would be like two endings. But it's an opportunity for two beginnings as well. Like two beginnings, as well. Two endings and two beginnings as well. To be more conservative with time. So in other words, don't waste time. Don't waste time with the comparison, the competing, all of the other stuff. Find something warm to talk about. What do you have in common with people? Those kind of things. Time is of the essence. Put the, bury the hatchet, whatever it is. Don't I have time to be arguing who's better, who's competing, compare. That's what the readings have been about. I mean, for real, that's what the readings have been about. When looking at the cards here, there's a common energy here. There's a Capricorn here in the cards. That's what the Four of Pentacles connects us with Capricorn. And so Source is saying that there's a lot of major arcana here. And so people have a real opportunity to come out of this, like somebody went through a David and Goliath situation. Looking at the cards here, where there was a bait and switch here. And the dark side of Seven was like something was like a bolt of lightning for somebody, like something really shook somebody up, right? And somebody was determined to do something to hurt somebody. Like somebody was very impulsive, right? There's a Leo that was very impulsive. Who was behind something? Yeah, somebody was determined to put somebody, they lied about something. This right here was very impulsive. They put somebody in a lion's den, put somebody in a situation. Put somebody in a situation. Very, very impulsive. That was very toxic. Very, very toxic. Scorpio could have been involved in something. It's a lot of moving parts to this reading. But nevertheless, two situations here where there was energies on the dark side of Four, where basically they were like, it's their way or the highway. It was these two energies, is basically it's their way or the highway. Something having to do with material possessions or money, or something having to do with some things. The energy was trying to turn the heat up. There was some, somebody like trying to, something just wasn't like conversation or whatever. It really wasn't sacred. It was just, yeah. Like I said, bait and switch. That's the Five of Wands there. Something was just like, somebody's gonna feel like they have a whole new lease on life. So maybe a new lease is being signed. Something is being signed here. So here we have the Ten of Swords here, so somebody can start thriving. Somebody's gonna feel like they hit the jackpot, but I'm seeing like soulmate energy here. So two situations are ending so that, something can begin. Soulmate energy is not it's not necessarily lover's energy. Soulmate is like, your soul is picking up on something. Somebody can have a lot of anxiety about a loved one. Somebody's picking up on something. A lot of emotions, like something hasn't been really sacred. So, like two situations here, like somebody needs, like something is growing, like something could be stressful, for somebody. Enemy's plan backfired. A lot of things are becoming clearer. Yeah, but you have a new attitude. The spy is now turned on. Move in silence and move in peace. But your gifts have increased. Yep, so love up on yourselves more. Toss some things into a burning bowl. It's time to do a solar plexus chakra cleanse, and it's also time to do the mirror work. Don't forget that rest is a form of self-care. And so, the best is yet to come. Get some fresh air. Don't forget to get some fresh air. Time to do a throat chakra cleanse too. And then, time to do a throat chakra cleanse. Schedule a vacation. Yep. Yeah, but it looks like somebody moved on and started thriving. Somebody got focused. Somebody moved on and started thriving, and yeah. So let me see what the number is. Number 14, I am practical. You are open-minded and always up to try something new, yet you're wise enough to stop and think before you jump into things. This pragmatic approach helps ensure your time, attention, and efforts are meaningful. That's number 14. 1 and 4 obviously is 5, so it's a turning point, in somebody's life. It is a turning point in someone's life. But focus. I'm devoted to a clear mind. I take action towards my highest goals daily. I'm confident in my abilities. I release distraction. I get the important things done. I'm organized. I'm in control of my thoughts. That's right. I'm in control of my thoughts. So work. I'm aligned with those who are connected to my passion and my purpose. I invest my time wisely and I reap abundant benefits from the services I deliver. I am centered and focused, right? So remember readings, just so we're crystal clear. This may or may, just take what resonates with you. This may or may not apply to you directly, right? It may apply to somebody, may or may not apply to somebody that you know. So if you're picking up on energy from somebody that you know, it could be a coworker, a loved one, somebody, right? So if somebody says to you, for instance, I keep getting this feeling about somebody, right? And they're telling you they watch tarot or whatever. Try not to overstep their boundaries. So if they don't watch it, no need to send a video. Don't even, please don't overstep anybody's boundaries. You definitely don't want to force anything on anybody. But if they do, and you feel like it'll resonate with them, you may want to, if you feel like it'll resonate with somebody, you can send it to them. But yeah, because every video is not going to resonate with you. Maybe bits and pieces or parts, maybe just like your moon sign may resonate with you. But if it doesn't resonate, it just doesn't resonate. Don't even force it. But I feel like yeah, so here we have dance. Yeah, dance. Mm-hmm. Yep, like I said, there's definitely somebody who let's see, the energy is gaining momentum. Yeah. Energy is gaining momentum. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of this in a lot of readings. So whether it's you or somebody else, you know, like I said, whoever it is moving on, there's an ancestor. There's a lot of ancestors around here in the cards here. Somebody, you know, somebody moved on to thriving, but like this ancestor is helping somebody to just kind of sort of move on, get settled, stationary. It could be you, helping somebody to stay focused. Somebody used to ride horses or a motorcycle in the cards. Abundance. Yeah. So abundance obviously meaning a lot of something. Yeah, a lot of something, right? A lot of something. Whoop. Yeah, but hopefully that will narrow something down for somebody, because when you're talking about like money, it could be really kind of confusing. That's why all this fire is all this confessed, like a lot of smoke around a whole lot of stuff. It's like, what in the world is going on? But hopefully that narrowed something down, like completely narrowed something down for somebody. It's literally like you have like one energy, one person around a lot of energies who feel like, okay, oh, you are by yourself. You don't know anybody around you. Nobody. And somebody look like gives the impression they got a lot of money, or you got access to a lot of money. Like, oh, wow. Like this person right here by themselves, they thriving. That'll help you narrow some things down. That's very different than a person who is like, oh, I'm going to this meeting, I'm meeting with these people, you know, then people are like, oh, okay, they have friends, they're not by themselves, right? So that's what Source is trying to help you, or wherever Aries is in your birth chart. Either you or you'll be sending the video to somebody else who could be saying, oh, okay, you know, it's helping you like this right here. Keep this group of people private. So when people think you by yourself, it's like, ta-da, no, you're not. So, yeah, your hard work is paying off. 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 So inspired action. Yeah, so some people are talking. Yeah, people are talking. And that's how everybody should feel, because like I said, looking at the cards here, Anytime anytime this has to happen, a person has to get in their boat and move away. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much feeling people like it's just too much chaos and confusion going on. It's too much chaos and confusion going on. Because this is not, Knight of Swords is not somebody running away from something. It's somebody trying to stay focused in the midst of a bunch of chaos and confusion. So when people get mad, oh, they run at the first sign of trouble. They can't even think straight. Can't even think straight. So that's what Source is trying to help somebody learn how to do. Is like everybody has their trying to think straight, right? So that's what Source is trying to help somebody learn how to do. But something inspired people to start taking action. Something had to happen, and this is a shame for real. All this fire going on, something had inspired, but the same thing inspired this energy right here to get in a boat and move on. The same thing. People are just inspired by different things. Some people are inspired by fire. Some people are inspired by a sword. Either or. Everybody's inspired by whatever they're inspired by. You gotta respect it all. Some people are inspired by water. Some people are inspired by pentacles, whatever. But somebody was inspired to say, okay, it's just too much sword fighting going on, too much cussing, too much arguing, too much low vibrating conversation, too much talking about people behind their back, hurtful stuff. It's just too much. So a full-on fire storm had to happen for somebody to say, okay, now it's time to take some action. Yeah, so something is starting to become clear and clear and clear to somebody now. It's starting to become clear. Stop talking negatively about people. And this something had to happen. Somebody needed everybody to come to the table. Somebody needed this. Somebody needed this. Somebody needed this. Somebody needed this person that got in a boat and sailed away needed this. This person that was tossed into a lion's den needed this. People needed people to act like adults. So yeah. Yep. So yeah, something inspired everybody to action. So now you got enough information. Now somebody got enough information is what I'm seeing here in the cards. And so it's saying, yeah, it's time to close out some cycles. Time to close out some cycles. Okay. Also, looking at your cards here, I'm going to say this one last thing too. Somebody has somebody from when their childhood. Ooh, oh wow. It's somebody it's somebody you have a long history with. Somebody you have a long history with. Y'all are this is why I don't like to lump zodiac sign. This is why I don't like to say, okay, this sign don't get along with this sign, don't get along with this sign, because this is where the confusion comes in. But this is somebody that okay. Okay, somebody Aries, okay. Somebody from your childhood planted a seed. Okay, that's what this is. Okay. Somebody from your childhood planted a seed somebody from your childhood. Somebody from your childhood planted a seed that kind of sort of got somebody to just say, okay, enough is enough. And that's what it was. Inspired somebody to move on. That's what it was. Yeah, some kind of inspired action. Because if something has to inspire people to take action. Like for people to finally say, okay, now it's time to take action. It's always something to finally inspire people to take action. It's always something to finally inspire people to say, okay, they need to take some kind of action. Right? So when people start talking and you start finding out, one of the things that what I'm starting to find out in comment, just like reading cards with cardinal signs, that's Aries, that's Libra. What I'm starting to see in common, Cancer's Libra, Capricorn. What's the other cardinal sign? Aries, Libra, Cancer, Capricorns, which are cardinal signs, initiate change, right? It's kind of this. I'm devoted to a clear mind. Source, I take action towards my highest goals daily. I think if y'all started seeing like I feel like you and an air sign have this in common, that y'all kind of sort of fall for the bait and switch, like fall for the bait, if that makes any sense. Fall for the bait. Like if somebody tells you something, like y'all may have something in common with somebody, and y'all may fall for that. Like if somebody says, "Oh, like believe something," that somebody say just because y'all have something in common, and not even realize that somebody could have something in competition with somebody. Have something in competition with somebody, and not even really know. Yeah, not even really know. I tell you, there's chaos and confusion. Chaos and confusion. So, but there is a Scorpio. There is a Scorpio. There is a Scorpio that is there's a Scorpio that's that is somehow, that's a loved one, by the way. I don't know who's related to, but there's a Scorpio that's connected to this, a loved one, like somebody's sister, somebody's mom, or somebody's sister. And I'm talking about blood related. That would be helpful. I only attract stable, genuine, and loving relationships. I deserve all the love that life has to offer. I treat those around me with love and compassion. Love and compassion. Yeah. Love and compassion. So we got 1, 2. 1, 2. Yeah. Yeah. So that is what I have for you. But yeah, there's okay. There's a lot to this reading. Wow. There's a lot to this reading. But that's what I have for you. That's what I have for you, and I'll see you all in the next video. All right, bye.